इन डीबी लाइव प्रोग्राम में आपका खैर मकदम है। और आज हमारे साथ जो शख्सियत है वो एक दानिश्वर है, एक माहिर कानून है, आईनी एक्सपर्ट है। और हाल ही में उन्होंने सियासत में भी कदम रखा है। और हमारी मुराद है एडवोकेट अब्दुल मजीद डार साहब से। और हाल ही में उन्होंने पीपल्स डेमोक्रेटिक पार्टी में शमूलियत इख्तियार की है। एडवोकेट डार साहब, आपका प्रोग्राम में खैर
So nice of you. Grateful. Thank you. Shukriya.
चूंकि जम्मू कश्मीर एक ऐसे मरहले से गुजर रहा है जहां पर 2019 के बाद जब दफा 370 और 35 ए का तनसीक किया गया तो यहाँ पे आईनी भी बहरान भी पैदा हुए, यहाँ पे सियासी बहरान भी पैदा हुए, यहाँ पे गैर यकीनियत का माहौल भी पैदा हुआ। और आहिस्ता आहिस्ता अब जबकि सिचुएशन बिल्कुल ठीक होती जा रही है और गुज़िश्ता बरस इंतखाबात भी हुए, सियासी सियासी गलियारों में अब हलचल सी देखने को मिल रही है। और ऐसे लोग भी अब सियासत में आ रहे हैं, ऐसे दानिश्वर और ऐसे माहिरीन मुख्तलिफ शोबाजात के, जिन्होंने अपने शोबों में पहले ही कारनामायां काम किया है। और अब सियासत में उनका देखना है कि वो सियासत में किस तरह अपना किरदार अदा करेंगे। तो एडवोकेट साहब, आपसे मेरा सवाल ये होगा कि आप सियासत में आए क्यों और पीडीपी को क्यों आपने चुना, जब पीडीपी एक ऐसे वक्त में उसकी जो नाव है, उसकी जो कश्ती है, वो बहुत हिचकोले खा रही है सियासत के मैदान में।
You see, basically, I'm a very professional lawyer. I have standing for more than 40 years practice at bar, and most of the time I am available in the Supreme Court as a designated senior advocate. The politics I did join, though it was overdue. But I tell you frankly, the reason behind joining the politics is that I was so inspired by all the visionary ideas of late Mufti Sahab, honestly speaking, and it was because of his great efforts. He was always for the betterment of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. He was the protector of all the constitutional and fundamental rights which have been guaranteed by the Constitution of India. Mufti Sahab was, in fact, the towering personality and a visionary leader. He always wanted to uphold the majesty of law and the dignity of law, and even the privileges which have been guaranteed by the Constitution of India to the people of Jammu and Kashmir, particularly the protection of Article 370. I remember when he joined the Bharatiya Janata Party also, and his vision was only to seek, that was in the agenda of Mufti Saab, and he in fact not only dominated, but he got a assurance from Narendra Modi, the Honorable Prime Minister, that there will be no change in the status of Article 370, and he was the only leader in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. I tell you honestly, frankly, where the Vajpayee, the Musharraf failed, it was because of the due efforts and sincere efforts of Mufti Saab. He got the borders open for the betterment of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. It was not even, one could not even have thought in the dream that will be the situation in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, but the borders will be open for a trade. It was only due to Mufti Saab, and that was the basic impact in my mind that I did join People's Democratic Party.
तो पीडीपी में एज अ लॉयर, एज अ कानूनी माहिर आपका क्या किरदार रहेगा?
You see, I will try. You see, my basic task is to see that there should be availability of all the constitutional protections and the guarantees which have been given to us by the Constitution of India. We have to uphold the majesty of law. And in our state, we have seen for last 32 years, where there was lot of draconian laws which were made applicable in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And there are people who have been facing who have been subject to the incarceration for more than 10 years. They are languishing in the jail. My task as a worker of the People's Democratic Party would be to see to that they will be given their full justice, and wherever they want to have the relief from the court of law, we will definitely, I will work for that. It will be my endeavor to work for them, so that we will see that how the liberty of liberty, which is guaranteed under the Constitution of India, under Article 21 of the Constitution, is the most cherished right. I will see why there should not be violation of the fundamental rights and the right to liberty in particular. Wherever the prisoners, political prisoners who have been languishing, or the persons who are innocent languishing in the jail, it will be my endeavor to it that I will provide them free aid, legal aid, and I will work. And this is the agenda in the People's Democratic Party, that will give them free access of justice, and my endeavor would be that I will provide them legal advice.
अगर बात की जाए 2019 की, तो 2019 के बाद जो जम्मू कश्मीर का दर्जा ये कम किया गया, 317 हटाया गया, 35 से हटाया गया, तो जो आईनी चैलेंजेस और बहरान पैदा हुए, उन पर आपका क्या मौका?
Yes, you see, we have taken a definite stand. 2 3 days before, I met our Madhi President Mahbubaji, and there were also top brass of People's Democratic Party. We have decided. You see, we challenge before Reorganization Act. There was a full-fledged constitutional protection which was given to the people of Jammu and Kashmir and even Ladakh. Now the petition was filed before a lot of petitions, a bunch of petitions were filed before the Honorable Supreme Court, where we challenge the abrogation. It is not basically that abrogation in that way the people are thinking. A little bit provisions and the proviso of Article 370 has been retained. It is only the main gist of the Article 370, and that has been diluted, and it has been modified to that extent, which has caused immense prejudice, and it has been done at the cost and detrimental to the guaranteed rights of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. The petitions were filed; those were dismissed. Thereafter, this review petition was also filed. That was also dismissed. Now, steps are afoot for and on behalf of the People's Democratic Party, because we want to work for the protection of all the legal and fundamental rights. We are going to file a curate petition, which is available under the Constitution of India. And I am given a task by our Vadi President Mahbubaji to work on that subject. And I think within a couple of days, we are going to file a curate petition before the Honorable Supreme Court.
एडवोकेट साहब, आपको क्या लग रहा है, क्या जो हमने रिव्यू पिटीशन फाइल की, जो यहाँ की जमाते हैं, क्या उसमें जल्दबाजी तो नहीं है?
No, you see, review petition is, in the Supreme Court is a limited scope, having a limited scope. And the way normally in the Supreme Court, which I have a practice there because I have been practicing in the Supreme Court regularly, the Supreme Court, while a review petition is to be filed, it is to be heard in the chambers. There is hardly any audience which is given to a lawyer unless some special request is made. But in a curate petition, besides filing a curate petition, because we have now changed the circumstances here. You see, I tell you honestly one thing, when the Article 370 petition was filed and it was argued by battery of lawyers in the Supreme Court, unfortunately I could not get the time because I was that time preoccupied in Bombay High Court for many company matters. But I tell you honestly that the main argument which was argued before the Honorable Supreme Court was that there was absolutely no concurrence of the State Assembly, Legislative Assembly, because the elections were in the recess, and there was no assembly in place that time, and there was no people's mandate at that time. Only the Lieutenant Governor had given them the sort of concurrence, which was argued before the Supreme Court of India. But anyway, when the presidential order was issued, when the Article 370 was revoked, it was said that since there is a Lieutenant Governor, then his concurrence is sufficient. That Lieutenant Governor will replace the constituent Legislative Assembly. So that was the main argument. Now, since we besides that, since the review petition was filed, I can't say it was filed in a hot haste, but that time perhaps they should have waited for some time, because there was in fact given a commitment at the floor of the Parliament also, the restoration of the state and also for conducting an election. Even when the judgment was issued by the Constitutional Bench by the Honorable Supreme Court, there was also that till September the election should be held, which was done by the central government. And after elections, now since the National Conference is enjoying the full majority, the 52 seats they have, and now they can take that resolution which they have passed for restoration of Article 370. We are taking that copy of the resolution, we'll make it an annexure with the curate petition, and we'll in fact try to convince the Honorable Supreme Court in a curate petition that now there are special circumstances, that change circumstances. People have given mandate, people's through the elected members, that is the National Conference. Even I don't think that the National Conference will take that pains. They should have filed a curate petition by now. Now, since the People's Democratic Party, for the protection of the people of Jammu and Kashmir and for the restoration of their constitutional and legal rights, will definitely go and will make that copy of resolution which has been passed unanimously by two-third majority by the State Legislative Assembly, which is led by Omar Abdullah. If he has not taken pains, the Mahmoud Mufti has taken it very personal that this should be done before the Honorable Supreme Court. Will for the protection of our constitutional rights. It is only we are demanding the constitutional rights of the Indian Constitution. So therefore, we are entitled to get those rights now because of people's mandate which has been given to the National Conference. We'll take that resolution copy which has been passed by the State Legislative Assembly, and we'll make a copy in the curate petition, and we'll try. I will personally argue that matter. It would be my endeavor to see to it. I will try my level best to convince the Honorable Supreme Court in a curate petition that people in majority in state of Jammu and Kashmir, in Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, wants that there should be a restoration into its glory and to its originality, this Article 370.
तो आपकी नजर में इस वक्त ऐसे कौन से मसले हैं, कौन से ऐसी चीजें हैं जिन पर सुप्रीम कोर्ट या जिन पर लॉ को, जिन पर यहाँ के कोर्ट को, अदलिया को, यहाँ की सियासी जमातों को चाहे कि वो अदलिया मिले, ऐसी कोई चीजें जिनको आप तरजीह देंगे?
You see, we have a remedy available wherever. You see, India is a democratic country, socialist republic. There are a lot of constitutional protection guaranteed to us, and the courts are here established. These are all constitutional courts. The High Court and the Supreme Court, both are constitutional courts. For our protection of our rights, we can go and always file petitions before the honorable courts wherever we can take recourse to all those constitutional measures, remedies which are available to them under the Constitution of India. Even the preamble, under the preamble of the Constitution of India, there is an autonomy to the extent of political system also. It is mentioned in the preamble of the Constitution of India. Therefore, the people can go, the masses, wherever they are feeling that there is a violation of any right, including the fundamental right, they have a liberty to go to the courts of law and to seek the enforcement of those fundamental rights.
आपके कैरियर में तो बहुत से ऐसे मतलब केसेस आए होंगे जो आपने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में लड़े, जिनमें आईनी मसले हो, जिसमें कानूनी मसले हो, तो आपको क्या लग रहा है कि आपके कुछ ऐसे केसेस जिन्होंने एक वकील को एक माहिर कानून बना?
Yeah, I have done that hijab case. I was one of the leading case in the hijab case. There were all the constitutional aspects involved in that case, and how those hijab was banned in state of Karnataka. I did that matter. I was one of the lead counsel in that case, and I did matter before the Karnataka High Court. I convinced them, and in fact, when they dismissed the petition, it was only after I personally took it initiative to file a special petition in the Supreme Court of India, and where I argued even on the constitutional aspect, on the legal aspect, even on the religious aspect. And there, the Supreme Court, there was a dissenting judgment given, and the matter is still pending disposal before the Supreme Court of India. Meanwhile, I think after the installation of the Congress government there, they have revoked that notification which banned the wearing the hijab. But it was my efforts when I narrated the verses of Quran also in the before the honorable judges in the Supreme Court of India, and I translated it into English also them and apprised them about the commandment of Allah, which is essential practice in the Muslim community, that they should wear, the lady should wear the hijab, and that was a totally constant, because in that we have said that we have freedom of faith, we have freedom of belief, which is also embodied in the preamble of the Constitution. Because after Keshanath Bharti's judgment, the preamble of the Constitution of India has been held to be a part of the Constitution, and one is the preamble of the Constitution of India would guarantee for any liberty of thought, belief, and practicing a religion. There cannot be any sort of restriction on that. This was the constitutional aspect which I appraised before the Honorable Supreme in hijab matter. Then there was another also constitutional matter which thereafter I did, that when Ukraine war broke out, the students were stranded. So I filed a petition. I said that this is a violation of the human rights if we will allow our students to be stranded in Ukraine, and there is a threat to their lives. And then it was because of my personal request when I made to the former Chief Justice of India, Justice Ramanna. He called Attorney General K.K. Venugopal in the court and said that we have to show the concern. Mr. Dar, the senior counsel, has made a special request. Please offer the additional flights and to see to it that the precious lives of the students are saved.
डर साहब, आखिर में ये पूछना चाहेंगे, फिर सियासी तरफ करना चाहेंगे, पीडीपी जो 2 बार हुकूमत कर चुकी है, जो कौमी जमातें हैं कांग्रेस और बीजेपी के साथ, इसके बावजूद जो पीडीपी की इस वक्त पोजीशन है, जमीनी सूरत हाल, हालिया इलेक्शन में हमने देखा सिर्फ 3 असेंबली सीटें उनके हिस्से में आई। क्या आपको लग रहा है कि पीडीपी में नई जान डालने के लिए कुछ स्पेशल किस्म की हिकमत अमली की जरूरत?
You see, now we have to go for restructuring our party. There is no doubt that we have a very dynamic leader, Mahbooba. She has a tremendous, vision, and the programs which she is going to launch for the friendly relation with the people to people contact, and she is very much concerned with the rights which are available to the people. She is a very protector here, and we are seeing in her very dynamic leadership. And I tell you honestly, frankly, now you see these the elections which have been held in the union territory without asking for restoration of the state. I tell you frankly one thing, that the chief minister is a nominal. In English literature we call it, he is a titular head. The chief minister Umar Abdullah is a titular head. He does not enjoy all those powers which otherwise would vest in the chief minister in other states as compared to the other states of the country. But it is only because of him he is not in a position to deliver. Now you see the reaction of the people. The people have started coming to our headquarter, to our corporate office, and have been asking Mahbooba ji to please come, we will support you now onwards, because we have seen the MLAs, present MLAs, who are representing their constituencies, are not in a position to deliver, because they don't have any power. They are not in a position to go for restoration of even some powers which are vested even to the some commissioners. So those are power, they can't pursue their matters. The people are facing difficulty. That is why they are cursing that we did choose a wrong path that time, and this was not a good forum, but we have given full mandate to the National Conference. They are not delivering the goods. The assembly members are seldom to be present in their local constituencies, because the people are not getting any relief. Now they have only one hope in future. Inshallah, you will see that there will be only hope, which is the people are eyeing on the agenda which has been launched by Mahbooba and the People's Democratic Party will deliver in its right and legal purpose.
क्या आपको फिर महबूबा मुफ्ती का वो फैसला सही आज नजर आ रहा है जो उन्होंने इंतखाबात से पहले कहा था कि अगर वजीर आला में बने भी तो उसमें वो इख्तियारात नहीं रहे?
She was right. She was knowing all these pros and cons of the constitution of this system. She was right, because only in union territory everything is to be done by the central government. So it is only a nomenclature as a head of the state, chief minister, but he doesn't enjoy all the powers, because he was knowing. Umar Abdullah was also knowing, but only he was only eager, was very anxious to occupy the chair at the cost and detrimental to the rights of the people of state of this union territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Mahbooba ji was right, and it was because of her commitment to the people. She said that I will not be in a position, if I will even succeed in the election, I will not be in a position to deliver, because I at the time I am not going to do any service to the people of Jammu. Now she was right, and now people will start thinking, rethinking, and we are seeing. I did go to the office 2 days before, but I have seen a lot of people from villages have come on in buses, trucks, and have started joining People's Democratic Party, and I'm also very confident that the people who are very much affiliated with the political ideas, I hope that they will still come, and that is the only forum available to them. We are here for the commitment and for the restoration of the honor, dignity of the people of Jammu and Kashmir.
तो नाजरीन, ये थे माहिर कानून और सीनियर सुप्रीम कोर्ट एडवोकेट अब्दुल मजीद डायर साहब हमारे साथ। आज उन्होंने मुख्तलिफ चीज़ों पर बात की, उन्होंने सियासत पर बात की, उन्होंने मसले कश्मीर, जो दफ़ा 370 की तनसीख और उसके बाद जो आईनी बहरान पैदा हुआ उस पर भी बात की, और उन्होंने आइंदा लाही अमल भी बताया कि दफ़ा 370 पर किस तरह से बात की जा सकती है, रेस्टोरेशन ऑफ स्टेटहुड किस तरह हो सकता है, और किस तरह से पार्टी स्ट्रक्चर को बेहतर बनाया जा सकता है। तो इंशाअल्लाह रहमान एक नए मेहमान के साथ आपके साथ मिलेंगे। तब तक के लिए आप अपने मेजबान बिलाल फुरकानी को दीजिए शुक्रिया। दर साहब, आपका भी शुक्रिया।